Tired of your old kitchen or bathroom? Upgrade to the home of your dreams with Manny and Courtney from CMK Construction. CMK Construction is Tampa's award-winning kitchen and bath leader for over 20 years. Right now, save $3,000 on a new kitchen and $2,000 on a new bathroom. And take advantage of our no money down and no interest financing until 2026. Imagine, design, build.
How you doing, everybody? It is a Monday night edition of Denis Phillips Live, and we are live at Thunder Alley. You know, Wendy's like, Dennis, why don't you bring a chair out there? My boss is like, I'll bring you a chair. I'm like, nah, I'm a crisscross applesauce kind of guy. I'm very comfortable just hanging out here. Unfortunately, it has not been a very good start to the Bolts and the Panthers game. If you are a Bolts fan, Panthers are already up 2-0. They actually scored on a shorthanded goal. The Bolts were in a power play, and the Panthers went up 1-0. And then on a 3-on-1 breakaway, the Panthers took a 2-0 lead. So there is now 9 minutes left in the first period. The Panthers are up 2-0. So obviously tonight we are not broadcasting live on the spot because the Bolts game is on the spot. But we will be back tomorrow night. Oh, Kucherov with a shot on goal, but a big save. Oh, and doing play-by-play here. So let's go ahead and check and see who we have here. Check through some of the comments and see how it's happening. But yeah, it's been a great afternoon here. So if you remember, we were live here last time when it was the home opener for the Bolts, and this is obviously, I mean, it's a grudge match. Look, it's such a cliche, but it is true. These two teams don't like each other. It's just one of those things that you hear in sports, and that is extremely true when it comes to the Bolts and the Panthers. And we're now going into a break, 8 minutes and 18 seconds left in the first period, and the Panthers are up 2-0. So, I mean, the way I look, regular season games in the NHL, I think most folks know, a lot of teams make the playoffs. And, you know, you just got to kind of hang around and you hope that you're playing your best hockey as you get into the playoff round, which, you know, is still several months away. But Dia Riley's on right now. You show Dia? Yeah, let's turn this over here. So check this out. Let's listen to this. Dia does this segment every single home game.
Who brings her own experiences as a military child to her commitment in this role. And to date, Desiree and Operation Healing Forces have positively impacted nearly 11,000 special ops members and their families, restoring their sense of hope, stability, and peace. And that's why Desiree Hawley is our hero. Before the game, it was our privilege to MMA. Please stand with us now and salute tonight's Lightning Community Hero, Desiree Holly.
Woo! So yeah, Dia does those community heroes every single home game. So let me tell you, think about that. That woman gets up at what, 2:33, maybe 2 a.m. in the morning, but yet all the home games she's here and does those community heroes. So amazing. And again, congratulations to Desiree. So let's look at some of the comments here. We are going to get into weather. And Kurt says, "Are you cold?" No, what does it look like I am? No, it's not that bad. I mean, it's in the 60s and I got my hoodie on. And Red, how you doing? Good to see you. Pat from Largo's in the house. We've got Maria from Dunellen. Julie, by the way, Jules was here. Yeah, you guys know Jules, part of the DPL crew. She was up here. She's going up there. Hey, come on over. Come on over. We got some folks here who want to come over. Now, I don't know if you want to have a seat or if that's not comfortable for you, but you're come on over. Come on over. So we are live right now. How you doing? Hi, we are live right now on Denis Phillips Live. We're streaming, and we know normally we have the Bolts games right now, but tonight we were live. In fact, here you can see yourselves. There you guys are. So what's going on? How come you guys are out here tonight as opposed to inside?
We just had dinner, so now we finished dinner and we're about to go to our seats.
Oh, so you do? Oh, I don't want to keep all those.
No. You are way more fun. I had to say hi.
Well, thank you. That's very good. Thank you very much.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
Wait, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Selfie.
This is with Dennis. So on Thursday at my school, we're having a winter fest. We're trying to decide if we should cancel it because of the weather, or if we should keep it going.
I wouldn't cancel it.
Don't cancel.
No, I mean I think there could be a couple showers. It's a warm front coming in, and what time is it?
It's from 5 to 8.
Okay. Message me tomorrow.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna message you.
And I will give you the exact forecast for the time and the place, because I would not cancel. I absolutely would not cancel it yet.
Starkey Ranch, we're not going to cancel it until we hear from Denis Phillips.
Yes, and I know Starkey Ranch very well because my daughter plays softball at Starkey Ranch all the time. Because you have the complex there.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely check with me tomorrow. I would not cancel yet though.
Okay, we're not canceling yet. It's still on.
Okay. Well, you guys go enjoy the game.
Yeah, we're going to.
You're probably cold out here.
I got a sweatshirt.
And do you guys go to games often, or?
Yes, we are season ticket holders.
Oh, so
Go
this.
Bolts.
Yeah. So not a great start.
I know. We got to get in there. We got to give them some good luck.
Go bring them some karma. All right.
Thank you so much.
Nice
So
meeting
nice
you
to meet
guys.
you.
Thanks. Message me about the forecast. Okay. All right. See, you never know, guys. You just never know what's gonna happen on DPL. Still 2-0. 6:38 left. So let's go back. We were looking at. So like I said, Jules was here before she went up to the game. And Janice from Safety Harbor, how you doing, Janice? Abby, good to see you. Red, good to see you. Debbie, happy Monday to you, Denise, as well. David, Dennis, the guy's exceptional. Look, and you can't see. Santa is Santa's on there as well. So Bridget, I had the chance for a chair. I'm very comfortable sitting on the ground. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've got so many kids and, we're always sitting on the floor, but I'm very comfortable here. But, look around here. We don't have a ton of folks out in the cold. I don't blame them. We got a couple of guys here with their pup, which is pretty awesome, and with a Bolts jersey on. And we've got a few more folks over there. And then I was talking to Josh, a photographer. We were looking at over at the Corona Bolts Bay area, and there's a lot of people sitting over there, and those look like they're sofas. So maybe next time we'll actually go over there and hang out, because that does actually look pretty comfortable. And then next to it, of course, is the set for the sports show that they have on Script Sports. So Denise, how you doing? Good to see you. Cindy in Sarasota, Judith in Sarasota as well. Greg in Hudson, nice to see you. And I will tell Wendy you said hi. Anna Maria, good to see you as well. Charlotte, Seminole, Leisha, good to see you. So yeah. Oh, by the way, so wanted to thank all the folks who came over to our house and our neighborhood for our hot chocolate fundraiser this Saturday. So first of all, so many of y'all followed the request to park outside the neighborhood and walk it. because we had so many people show up, and the traffic was actually really, really tolerable. It was not bad. So I want to thank each and every one of you for doing that. And more than that, I want to thank everybody for the donations. We ended up finishing up with our hot chocolate and our popcorn. The folks from Nothing Bundt Cakes brought over some buntinis, and those we sold and made a ton for Children's Miracle Network in Feeding Tampa Bay. So again, shot on goal, but no goal. And so it went great. So I shared quite a few of the pictures, and it was a blast. Again, normally we do it 2 weekends. Normally it's the second and the third Saturday of December. But this year, this coming Saturday, I'm going to be at the Riverwalk. I'm the Grand Marshal of the Tampa Riverwalk Holiday Parade. So we could not do it. So we're going into a break now. 5 minutes left. First period, still 2-0 Panthers. So that's not a good thing. But there's still plenty of game left. So anyway, like I said, this year this was a single night. We were only doing it this last Saturday, and that's it. But hopefully in future years we'll get back to our 2 nights per December, because it really has been amazing. So thank you very, very much. And thank you, Jody. Yeah, Jody showed up. First thing I saw is Jody. By the way, your comments are not muted today, Jody, so go figure. How about that? So Shay, let's go ahead and jump into our Max screen and look at that full. And let's go ahead and take a look at how the forecast is shaping up over the next few days, because Shay did the weather tonight. I was out here live, excuse me, which was actually a lot of fun, because I got to go up with Thunderbug, and at 5:45 they let all the folks come in. Oh, we just did a little 6-7 joke. Oh boy, you've never. How many times a day do you hear that? Anyway, 62 degrees right now in Tampa, with the dew point of 50, the humidity 65%, northeast winds at 6, and it is chilly, and we're going to be dropping down into the 40s and 50s tomorrow morning. So there's a look at the radar, and obviously everything looks good. Nothing really going on. We will have to keep our eyes on what's happening on Thursday, because I think we have the remnants of a frontal boundary coming through. So this is the overnight, partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., waking up to mostly clear skies, and we'll talk about temperatures coming up in just a minute. It will not be as cold in many places tomorrow morning as it was this morning, but it's still going to be chilly. And look, there's a look at Futurecast. Right through Wednesday, looks good. You do start to see more clouds come in from the south on Wednesday. And by Wednesday night, there could be a few showers. So there's a look at the Euro, all right? And the Euro is showing us, anywhere from 1/10 of an inch of rain possibly to 1/3 of an inch. This is not what we call faux pas. This is not frontal passage. In the wintertime, we get cold fronts that come through. And at that point, we know there's going to be a line of rain. That will not be the case this go around. So that's why I would not cancel any plans at this point on Thursday. But tomorrow morning, as you see there, look at your temperatures. Not as cold as this morning, but you're still going to need a hoodie. You're still going to need a jacket, as temperatures drop into the low 40s in Citrus County, 43 Brooksville, 52 Clearwater, 56 St. Pete, 50 in Tampa. So upper 40s to around 50, a few degrees below average, but not really that far from normal. And then you warm up to highs later on in the day. We are in for a beautiful stretch of weather. Tomorrow is going to be gorgeous. Sunny, highs in the mid-70s, and clouds will be minimum. We're not going to be zero cloud cover, but it's going to be really, really nice. And here's a look at the 7-day. So on Tuesday, 75 and sunny. Wednesday, 78 and sunny. Thursday into Friday, we're tracking that moisture. I think you're looking at a few scattered showers. I definitely don't think we're looking at anything widespread. But look at the temperatures. Clearly that is not a front. That is, well, it's not a cold front at least. It could be a warm front. And then by the weekend, look at your weekend forecast. Sunny skies, mostly sunny skies. Saturday, coughing again. And highs each day at about 80 degrees. So looking really, really nice. Now, Shay, let's go ahead and look at some of the model data coming up, because I know we got a lot of folks that are going to be traveling, obviously, for the upcoming holiday. And Charlotte said, we watched the holiday boat parade at Madeira this weekend. Grandma was trying to get her grandsons to smile for a photo. They did fake smiles. So it ended up going with the 6-7 stuff. All right, so here we go. Here's a look at some of the models. Now this is, let me zoom in so I can see which one it is. I believe this is the GFS. And yeah, this is the GFS. So, yeah, it is. So this takes us, let's go slow on this, Shay. So this is valid Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, okay? And we're still looking good. But if we go slowly through the timeline, I mean, they would go from Wednesday, and let's just go a couple hours out. Let's go to Thursday. And, Thursday morning, 7 a.m., right there you go, right there. You still see not a lot going on, and you got that little blob of rain in the northeastern Gulf. And then it does, let's stop it right there. You do have some rain in the Panhandle, and that is coming up on Thursday night at around 7 o'clock. So Thursday night, 7 o'clock, you got a frontal boundary off to the north, and I want to talk about this for a minute. So folks who are traveling, look at how tightly clustered those isobars are across the Great Lakes and into the upper Midwest and into the plains. That means very windy and cold weather, and that is snow. So yet again, Chicago is going to get more snow. Green Bay, Madison, more snow. Now in Michigan, it's more of a close call. It looks like it might be, yeah, oh wow, look at Shay all over that, circling that snow. On the backside of that low is where the cold air is, and that is going to be snow. Out ahead of it, it's rain. So that's Thursday, okay? So that's Thursday. For our area, you still don't see the GFS showing much rain at all. So let's go ahead and go a little bit ahead in time and go a few hours, 12 hours out, and go into Friday morning. And Friday morning, you still see some of that rain across Florida. Check it out here. So she's going advancing. This is through into Friday. There's not a lot of rain for us. But what we are seeing, and this is important, let's stay on this one for a minute. There are folks traveling this weekend heading home for Christmas. I know there are. The GFS is being real aggressive with another area of rain and another area of snow, as well as freezing rain right along the I-95 corridor. So with this kind of a setup, Pittsburgh, State College, Buffalo, Cleveland, Syracuse, all the way down to the Appalachians, that is snow. Now that's the GFS on Friday, but out ahead of it, right along the I-95 corridor, that's still rain. All right, but that's on Friday. So let's see what it does when we advance it another day and go into Saturday. All right, so we'll go back. All right, so this is Saturday, and it's gone. So is there any period in time, Shay, that we're seeing snow in places like Boston? Here we go. We'll go slow. Maybe Boston. Right there. There you go. So the Jersey Shore, Philly, there might be a period of time where this ends as a period of snow. So that's kind of the way I think this shapes up. It's rain at the beginning. Then right there, you get a changeover for a period of snow, and that looks to be sometime later on Friday morning into Friday afternoon, and then the cold air comes in. For us, I just don't see rain as being much of an issue. And we need rain. We know we need rain. So let's go to next week with the GFS and see how we're shaping up, because the GFS was spinning up a major storm on the 26th. Now, you got to remember that's 2 weeks out. A lot can change. It does look like there's a little ice across the Appalachians. But this takes us to the 23rd, and then takes us to the 24th. And then you see rain. It starts as rain in the Ohio Valley, but then as this low starts to build, it turns to snow and it turns to ice. And that's literally on Christmas night or into the 26th. So this is, what days are we looking at here? Yeah, this is the 26th. So you see snow across New England. It looks like rain from Boston down to the major hubs, Providence, but it does look like snow on the other side. And then when we go farther out, you get another round of colder air behind it. So that's the GFS. So let's look at the Euro. Another tab has the Euro. By the way, let me check what time it is and make sure I'm not going long. Nope, we're good. We're at 48. We need to be out at 58 for streamers. So let's go ahead and look at the Euro. All right, so here is the Euro, all right? And let's look at this Wednesday and Thursday and see how the rain chances are for Wednesday and Thursday. So right now we're really not seeing much. Maybe, right there, maybe a brief little shower, just a brief little shower potentially on Thursday evening. Actually, that's Thursday afternoon, it looks like. And then there's Thursday evening right there. Now, Thursday evening and into Friday morning, the Euro's a little more aggressive into some showers across north central Florida, up around Ocala and up around Gainesville. But for most of our area, we'll have to watch that one tomorrow because the Euro does appear to be a little more aggressive. By the way, a minute left in the period, Bolt still trailing 2-0. Face off in the Panthers zone, I believe. So let's go ahead. So anyway, so let's go ahead and advance back through through the weekend, and we're looking good. So the Euro is not as bullish on snow in the Midwest as the GFS was. There's next Monday. There's next Tuesday. Coming up on Christmas Eve. And there's Christmas Day. Now stop right there. That pink, that's ice. That's freezing rain or sleet. So that is on Christmas night. Freezing rain and sleet from the Shenandoah, from Virginia, back through New York, and in through the Great Lakes. So that's a period of ice. But when we go on the 26th, that's when it gets nasty. Now remember, this is the Euro 10 days out, so take it with a grain of salt. But let's go back 12 hours or 24 hours. I missed that, my phone. Okay, so look at that. So you've got the ice, all right. Shay, you're doing awesome, thank you. So ice moving to the east, and then you see a transition to rain and snow right there. And that's really going to be all depending on where that low sets up and if the low sets up. There's the big one. There's the one to watch. So that is on, what, the 27th? That is the end of the first period, 2-0 Panthers. So right there you've got that's just an ugly setup. That's ice in Philly. That's ice in New York City. That's snow probably in Boston. And that's rain across the Delmarva, and then that moves off to the east. And then at that point, things settle down. But the one thing that you don't see in our area is really any kind of significant precipitation. Shay, why don't you jump ahead to the snowfall map? That's the tab, I think, all the way on the right. Oh, no, not all the way on the right. There you go. All right. So this is the total overall snowfall going back to a current time. So as she goes and advances all the way through, that's to the next 2 weeks. But let's go hour by hour. So that takes us, let's stop right there. So that takes us a couple of days out, and let's just slowly advance. And that's lake effect snows right there. The only snows to be really concerned about is lake effect from Erie up to Syracuse. So then as we go a little bit further, you see that snow across the Great Plains. The upper plains. See that? Across Wisconsin and the UP of Michigan. A little bit in Chicago, but not a lot. The Euro is less bullish on that snow. Let's go a little bit further out and see what happens. So this takes us through, when is this? This is the, I'm zooming into this, 22nd looks like. So there's the 22nd. So you've got an overall snowfall of about 2 to 3 inches of snow across the Great Lakes, and you've got snow across the lake effect belt, but nothing along the East Coast. So as we go farther, that's still not a problem. Big lake effects. There's some big lake effects from Buffalo down to Cleveland, and also still in the plains, in the Midwest, but not for the East Coast. But as we get closer to Christmas, and even farther past Christmas into the 26th or the 27th, the Euro The Euro brings a major snow event right there, anywhere from New York to Boston, all the way up to New England. So that is total snowfall from like up until, that is the 26th. So I think the way this plays out is we have maybe a mixture on Christmas with more rain than snow, and then, oh boy, look at that at the end. Another round of snow for Chicago and Iowa and Illinois, Indiana, South Bend, up toward Ohio. So that is the 2-week forecast. Again, we all know the accuracy on any individual snowfalls for that is probably minimal, but it just goes to show you that right now we continue to lean toward any kind of issues for travel would probably be on or shortly after Christmas. Up until then, outside of lake effect snows and outside of maybe the Ohio Valley, not the Ohio Valley, the upper Midwest, I think we're going to be okay. Now lastly, Shay, let's go ahead and look at temperatures. The first graphic. Yeah, this is a look at Tampa. This is a look at Tampa for the next 2 weeks. And that is some nice weather, right? Highs in the 70s each day, mid to upper 70s, morning lows in the 50s and the 60s. But when we take a look at, let's go ahead and look at the next tab, which is the temperatures across the state. So let's just go from 0, and just advance it. So tomorrow morning, there's tomorrow morning. I mean, you're looking at some pretty significant cool 30s across the Panhandle, 30s into Gainesville. For us, we're looking more 40s, 30s in the coolest spots, Hernando and Citrus, and then 40s elsewhere. But then we still warm up right into the 70s. And that's kind of our forecast each and every day, right on through the next week and a half, right through Christmas. Highs in the 70s and morning lows in the 40s and the 50s. And that kind of is the way things are shaping up. So Shay, why don't you just go ahead and come on back out to us. We're going to end out at 58, so I can answer some questions or whatnot. But yeah, I think ultimately, as we are in the first intermission, with about, what time we got here? Looks like because we're out streaming at 58, so it looks like I've got just over 2 minutes for that. But again, if you missed the beginning of it, here's the way things shape up. Tomorrow morning, we start mostly in the 40s, maybe some upper 30s, northern counties, 50s closer to the coast. Sunny skies. Later Wednesday into Thursday, we got a little area that may be getting this close to us that'll give us a chance of some rain. We'll have a better idea tomorrow. The Euros, again, a little more bullish in the GFS. But overall, I certainly would not cancel any plans on Thursday. And then once we hit there, we're up to the upper 70s, around 80, right on through the weekend and right through next week. That is your forecast through Christmas Day. Lastly, again, I want to thank the folks at this. I want to thank each and every one of y'all. If you were watching earlier, we donated about $11,000 to the Hillsborough County Salvation Army. It was the Angel Tree. We've had the Angel Tree. It stopped about a week ago, and our lobby was full of toys for kids in need, and you all stepped up big time. So thank you so much for all the folks who donated. Thank you so much to all the folks who came by the station and lobby and dropped off toys. And thank you so much for all of the donations, not just for the Angel Tree, not just for ABC Gives, but also for our fundraising that we've done throughout this year for Children's Miracle Network and All Children's Hospital, as well as Feeding Tampa Bay. So guys, I think we're coming up on the end on streaming. I'm going to call it a night. Shay, you can go ahead and take the tag out, because we're out at 58, and I think that's any second. So you guys have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow. I'll be back in studio for our next edition of Denis Phillips Live. You guys have a great night.